Hello? Hello? Is YouTube done for it? No! Dude, I hate Chromecast. It's so cringe, dude. It's so cringe, man! It's so cringe! We're back? But YouTube died, didn't it? Great, hold up. That means it made a new room, didn't it? Yep, it did. You love to see it. Yeah, YouTube revives, but then it makes a new room. It makes a new stream, and then freaking restream injects its self-plug into the description like 7,000 times. And I hate it. And this is so bad for YouTube algo, by the way. It's so bad. Because it's essentially just flooding people's feeds with multiple videos that are identical, you know? It's so bad. It's so annoying. Hi, we're back. Welcome to the new VOD. Because Comcast decided to just completely stop working for a while. Yeah, that's annoying. Give me a sec. Welcome back to TY. I mean, yeah, ideally, I would hope we don't keep disconnecting. But it should just be that one and done, so... Anyways, now that that's out of the way, hopefully we can play the story now. Am I stupid? Okay, there you go. Oh, concert! That sounds interesting. As if I haven't had enough PTSD from freaking Grand Live in the Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Twinka! Sounds great. I think Comcast is a spoiler greedy company who provides bad service because there isn't really any other ISP in some areas. Yeah. And they know this. They know this. They know they can be as crappy as they want to be, you know? And you can't do anything about it. Oh, I'm supposed to threaten them. I never actually did because I hate dealing with their customer support or lack thereof, but I really should.
什么？他们也没看到。其他的线索呢？除了门口的痕迹，没发现别的。该不会和上次一样，又是哪个粉丝？不会吧？这里可是4号谷地，他们哪来的本事？
Can't wait for Liino to sing Miss Victoria after winning her 2,000-meter tertium. Nah, she would lose to Christmas Ogering. You freaking menace. Screw X Ogering players. Oh wait. I can actually tell them I'm a Fortnite player now. Because they seem to ask every time I ask them.
管理员，好久不见，你也是来看这次慰问演出的？来的可是
I didn't expect it to be this crowded. What crowd? I don't. Wait, there's literally nobody here.
哎，就是拉范多玛的晨星，唱只此一次的星光闪耀的那个。
Oh, that's a cute shot. Don't think I've heard of her.
也是，管理员你才醒，不知道他也正常。
Being in a museum is definitely super convenient for the story because everyone treats you like an idiot, you know.
卡威尔最火热的偶像歌手，他出道前就一直活跃在网络上，有好多粉丝。
She has many fans. Oh, I should invite her to the Uma Club. She can help farm us fans.
补丁闹钟根本抢不到。
Her album and merch sales are always at the top of every platform. Never heard of her. Okay.
我也很喜欢黎诺小姐的歌，每次听的时候，心跳都像为什么加速了一样。这次一听说是她的演唱会，
I mean,
我立刻
when I saw Liino, I was just like, that's cute. Like, I like idol characters, but I feel like I haven't seen anything remotely, you know, idol or music related in the Endfield universe at all. And she streams as well. Okay, that is, I haven't. Yeah, that's crazy.
这个，我只是特别喜欢她的歌。
Also, you're a simp. Got
而
it.
且谷地难得有一次这种规模的演出活动，不光是我，大家都特别积极。
You think the on-screen chat broke? Oh god dang it. Cause I have to restart that because since YouTube died, my widget died. Okay, hold up. And refresh.
是吧？好不容易有次机会，管理员，要不要一起转转，带你感受下黎诺小姐的人气？
Okay, I mean, okay. They're going to show us how great Liino is. Okay. And it's like, again, I can't play through this without already feeling a little cheesed out. Because, again, this feels like it's completely out of nowhere. And obviously the story is usually trying to get you attached to these characters as well. Arknights had 2 idols aside from the other music club. Oh yeah, dude, I wasn't aware. Like, so I recently did a Bang Dream sponsor, and I wasn't aware that not only did they have a collab with Arknights with Ave Music, but the Maygi opening song was literally used in the NTE idol quest line that I did. And I was like, no wonder that song was so familiar. I'm like, I thought it sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure where I heard it from.
哎呀，好了好了，你都念叨你的黎诺小姐快一整天了，再怎么出名也就是个唱歌的偶像嘛。
Bad up Endfielder, dealing with a super fan.
管理员，难道你也是黎诺小姐的？
Yup, average super fan attire. I mean, that's just kind of normal attire. Needs to level it up to the next level.
只有一个，你看，连管理员也不太了解黎诺。
没关系，今天知道也不迟。
Why does this extremely enthusiastic NPC need 4 ears? Why not? Don't they all have 4 ears? Hang on, wait a second. Hang on. Do Uma Musume have 4 ears? No, right? But do they only have the 2? Wait. Hang on, hold up. Do Uma Musume have 4 ears? No, most of the main characters do not have 4 ears. No, they don't. You just cannot see the other. You cannot see where their ears would normally be. Interesting. Okay, so the 4 ears is just weird then.
你们继续聊，我和管理员去别处看看。
JPVA for Liino is also an other music VA. Very cool.
原来你也是黎诺小姐的粉丝啊，看不出来呀，艾德。
Animal ears are an added mutation.
平时都忙着干活嘛。
At least they're cute. Okay.
艾德、布鲁克，你们也来了。
阿离呀，哎，
没关系，等这次演唱会结束。
对，之前我帮人录他的节目，只看了1次。
那先不打扰你们了，管理员，我们再去别的地方看看。管理员，来这边吧。
4 ears makes sense since they're in human form, not anthropomorphic. Yeah, I guess because they're not. They're supposed to be just, you know, humans, but not humans, right? But again, it works out because it's cute.
想让黎诺小姐感受下4号谷地热情的气氛。希望如此。前些日子我听说，他们和工团过去有过原石开采上的纠纷，关系不太好。这样一家企业，居然会
They grew extra ears for this very day of Liino's concert. Oh, true. They get to hear it with twice as much energy.
去年黎诺小姐就说过。
And there are a few where animal ears replace the human ears. Oh, that's interesting. I never really paid too much attention to it. That's why I didn't even think about like if Uma's had 4 too. So lore-wise, they were animals that evolved into humans, not vice versa. Interesting. Because the characters are so humanoid, you would think it would be the other way around, right? It irks me that they have 4 ears, but I try to ignore it. I don't think it looks too bad, honestly. You know.
是我，怎么了？
Because I mean, there's a reason why, like, you know, hairbands with animal ears are really popular. Just cause, it's cute. Okay. That there's nothing more to it.
好啊，有管理员在，我也安心一点。管理员在这里。
Bringing back the Maygi cat ears that you stole from Lichi. I can totally add the cat ears to this model. Maybe I should add it. Now that, okay, you know what? Good idea. I'll add that after stream.
是环塔娱乐事务所的凯登先生吗？
啊，是我，是阿丽亚女士吧？
That guy looks pissed.
这位是周末地的管理员，你在通信里说的突发状况，管理员也很关注，具体说明下吧。
Vice guy, you just started Endfield. The game runs like butter and has awesome graphics. I think that's one of the biggest highlights of this game, honestly. It runs really well for how well it looks, cause
这个嘛， 那我就直说了。
I mean, I feel like most things, there's a lot of games these days that kind of don't really focus on optimization, you know. And unless you have a really high-end PC, they kind of run like ass.
这事我们还不想公开。
But Endfield is very smooth, so that's one thing that I think everyone can agree on. That is one of the best parts. Do your white feathers also work as extra ears? Kind of, not really. They're not ears. They're not supposed to be ears, okay? I guess, like, if you look at it and think of it, like, actually, no, not really. Not really, no.
我们的人不太熟悉这儿，只能让工团的各位多出点。
Because I was like thinking about like Perlica's ears for reference, but it's not really the same.
早点找到黎诺小姐吗？
Originium was meant to store human information, and due to reasons, it assimilated the native creatures as its friend. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know the lore of the Originium that well. Most of it is from OG Arknights, isn't it? If I could fly using only the head wings, what would be the purpose of the big ass wings on my back?
那就靠你们了。哦对，事发地的坐标我发过去了，你们找那里的员工就行。
Kinda agree. I played a bit of Lua, and while the game is good in its own way, the optimization and echo RNG thingy put me off. And yeah, like I really enjoyed Lua combat, but one thing I almost never bothered with was like grinding in echoes. I only hardcore grinded them for like 2 characters, Encore and Peeb. Every other character I was like, I don't care enough to grind for them because they added a new freaking echo set with every new character at some point, and it's just jeez, no fun in artifact rolling, I swear to God.
怎么会这样？好不容易才等来黎诺小姐，一定要找到她才行。
They're for fashion,
我是负责
okay.
联络的一轮，凯登都和你们说过了。
我们想知道，
根据工作人员的证词，黎诺小姐乘坐的那辆车当时突然抛锚。黎诺小姐说她有点头晕，想留在车上休息。之后其他人就都下了车，等到车修好，大家却发现黎诺小姐不见了。我们都怀疑黎诺小姐是被人劫持了，
She was
只是没找到实在的证
abducted.
据，或许是有什么细节被我们。
看来得多拉点人。好，那我们之后再联系。
For a smoother flight path and less falling into holes on the ground. True, yes, 100%. Because that seems to be a recurring feature. A map. Plenty of wannabe idols could easily replace her. What idols? There are no other idols in this game. How about your nugget? Aside from Comcast, it's going
才找到的那
pretty
条
good.
小水很像，但又不完全一样，是某种原石记忆的痕。
We're playing through the Liino story right now.
确认，根据你描述的
We're
情况来看，
just beginning.
失速者很可能就是卢。可以，我把相关的信息。管理员，信息已经同
Oops.
步完毕，可以使用扫描功能了。这些是原石记忆残留的痕迹，沿着继续追踪，就能找到失速的犯人了。
Okay, we gotta sniff out the sauce. Well, clearly, whatever this trail is from, because it flies up in a circle, you know, it's from someone who has the power to move like that. So it must be just Liino herself. she just went off because she has those that funny flying tech. Maybe it's me flying with the headwinds. True, true. Yeah, it's definitely okay. Yeah, that looks like my flight pattern. You know, doing a little loop-de-loop. Completely normal.
香气变浓了，犯人就在附近。
The scent is getting stronger. Oh, there she is. The one and only. Wait, they love using this flower field. They used it with the Converta quest too, okay. Whoa, and then don't look too closely. Honestly, Liino looks so out of place compared to all the other Endfield characters, right? And she speaks in she speaks in third person.
好不容易才从绑架我的坏人那儿逃出来，却在这里迷了路。
It doesn't matter because she's cute. I know she's cute. I mean I like her design. I think she's really cute. But I think she's also a very out of place at the same time, you know.
对啊，我们认识的时候，黎诺才这么高，那会儿你经常摸我的头呢。管理员，你怎么
Like her design is a lot more flashy than a lot of the other character designs. Like, I'm not gonna lie, out of the original roster in Endfield, none of the characters really have like a super cute design, you know. I would say like out of the original characters available on launch. Like on launch. Like I wouldn't count Yvonne and Gilberta in that. The cutest, I know. Okay, I mean Rosie technically, but she wasn't fullable until later. So it would be Perlica. Perlica was like the only cute character playable at launch. Okay. And like, don't get me wrong, like, you know, Lava Cake is cute, everyone is cute, but it's like, I mean, their designs are, I don't know, they're just, I don't know, they're not super flashy, you know. Ardelia, kind of. Okay, her battle effects and sound effects are cute, but, you know, her like outfit design is not really over the top. In fact, if you were to ask me to recall her outfit off the top of my head, I don't even know. I don't even remember what her outfit looks like. Okay. All I know is that she has pink sheep. Okay. But her outfit is just not that memorable to me, you know. Or did you ask me like, oh, what's Rosie wearing? You know, that's something that's a lot more defining for her. This is going to sound weird and some people might think this is an insult to the game, but Liino looks like she's straight out of like a freaking Hoyo game. Right? I mean, tell me I'm not crazy. Tell me I'm not crazy with that, okay? She looks like you just grabbed the character. I mean, like, I get it, she's an idol, so this kind of outfit flashiness is normal, but like, in terms of the vibe, you know.
不是在开玩笑。
If you were to show me the model and tell me which game to guess her from, I would sooner guess a Holyo game than Endfield.
好吧，毕竟在这。
I would think Genshin or HSR. Okay. Like if you didn't know anything else about her.
接下来，当然是
Whoa! Hand holding unfiltered? What is this? Wait, that's Gilberta's line! Oh my god. She could just... Wow. Powerful. They went all out on the thirst trap. Welcome to any gacha games...
应该甩开他们了吧？
character stories. They are pretty much exclusively made to sell you on the characters, you know. Which, you know, I do roll my eyes on because it's kinda cheesy, you know.
着急了才。
It's kinda cheesy, but I'll enjoy the ride.
管理员，是不是已经安全了？
I roll my eyes and then pull.
好了，
I pull and then I roll my eyes.
李诺小姐，
I already know the story is going to be cheesy. Okay, I'm just like I see cute character, I pull. Not much to think about it.
果然是李诺小姐，请问能跟你合个影吗？会被拒绝吗？不会被拒绝吧？就算合不了影，能多说两句话也好。
To be fair, both MiHoYo and VTubers almost always feature very cluttered designs with lots of unnecessary accessories. Liino looking so out of place makes sense in that regard. Yeah, that makes sense. Did you know that my 1.0 VTuber model actually was extremely basic and uninspired?
Tinkle, tinkle.
Because I never intended on actually doing content or anything, if that made sense. I just wanted an excuse to spend a lot of money on an art commission.
好多我听都在循环，不对，是
Back then,
慢
anyway.
慢说就好了。我也很喜欢李诺小姐的演出。
But then, so this model, this is the 2.0 design. This is
对李诺
the
来说，
magical girl design, where the first model was just an extremely normie, okay?
李诺小姐，
Because again, I didn't really take it that seriously.
管理员，
Will 3.0 have more memes?
就用
Good question. You know, technically there is
要把我最
a
可爱的样子记录下来哦。
there is a dark mode toggle on this model, okay? But that's not really 3.0, that's just a silly alternate model.
"拍的好棒！让我看看嵌在哪里好呢？很完美，现在它是你的了。
Well, 3.0 have a dance toggle. Excuse you.
谢谢黎诺小姐，谢谢。小事儿。我不会说出去的。黎诺小姐，演唱会上再见。
These fans are how the Endfield staff will see us players as. We're supposed to be the gushing fans of a new cute waifu.
好啦，接下来该继续。
John Medina, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you, thank you. There's supposed to be an animation, but it's not actually playing because I never set it up with YouTube. But thank you so much. Thank you. And congrats to Lopez, Yama, Vaisola, Arrow, and Bastian. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your membership. Oh, Endman so perceptive. You thought that was a juice box turning into a magical staff at first? It's supposed to be the phone, like the phone I'm holding right now, okay?
其实，从一开始我就没被绑架，全是为了摆脱布莱迪矿业集团这个幕后黑手。他们怎么？
Oops, I accidentally
我
skipped.
真的不想再这样下去了，不想继续被他们控制，不想当一个舞台上的傀儡，才决心逃走的。
She has, dude, her animations are totally very extra. I mean, it's cute, but very extra, you know? Like, everything she does has a little a flair to it.
没有任何名义，只为所有愿意享受演出的观众们准备的个人演出。
She is extra. She totally is, you know.
对呀，要摆脱集团的控制，让大家
And I
好
think,
好享受黎诺
I
的
mean,
舞
it's
台。
again,
还是全都由我自己筹划的。
she's an idol, so it makes sense a bit, but
要是管理员这样的大人物愿意帮忙，那我的独立计划绝对赢定了。
oh, she's doing the VTuber classic. Join corporation, and then disagreeing with them, break up from the corporation, become indie. Yeah, that is the corporate VTuber meta, it seems. Seen it happen many a time.
我等了好久才等到这么一个绝佳机会，管理员肯定心胸宽广，会原谅我这么无奈的一点隐瞒吧。
Dino dance.
A Fogmancer, thanks for the prime 22 months. Wow, wow. Welcome back.
就看看他究竟想干什么吧。
Liino claims to know me since she was a kid. Well, sorry, I don't know you. I'm a little amnesiac over here. Yeah, I'll show up to your debut. I'll give you a red super chat. Yeah, she likes the idea of that. Yeah, I'll shout you out. Let's make this debut a smashing success. She has all the expression toggles.
我想想该从哪里说起。
She has all the little extra animation. And now my computer's about to overheat.
其实我没考虑很多，大部分都是刚刚才决定的。但有个难题一直没想出解法：演出的场地。我希望4号谷地每个想看的人都有机会看到这场演出，所以不想像平时的商业演出那样固定在一个场地。可4号谷地这
Yeah,
么
that's
大
a crazy ring. She must have gotten Iron Vertex to
就
do
在
it.
另一个地方。
You know, I wanted to get my initial rig done by Iron Vertex. They're like probably some of the best riggers out there, but their prices are and their queues are pretty outrageous.
等等，天上飞行演出，好像也不是不可以。这样的话，好像需要先找一个适合起飞的地方。要在哪里才合适呢？让我想想。
She is very VTuber coded, and because she's supposed to be like a streamer as well, you know what they should do? For the future Endfield live streams, they should have a Liino VTuber model for the person hosting the thing, you know? It would make sense. Hmm.
还好他们给的方案里有好几个4号谷地适合演出的地点，我只看了一遍就全记住了。
The model is technically already done, just need the rig. True. Like, yeah, they could just rig the 3D, maybe.
这些是什么？黎诺的完美场地怎么全被挡住了？
Oh no, let's just blow up these explosives real fast, and then you can use this as a stage, completely safe to use, yeah. Boom. OG Arknights has a streamer character do quarter anniversary live streams? That's cool.
我专门定制的飞行装甲，舞台上好多困难的动作都有它帮忙。
Careful for how high you fly with those. She is doing a Verta's stage, kind of. That would be cool, but I like how Endfield has the devs talk directly to us. Well, you could have Liino talk directly to you, okay?
也许还不如这里。不然找人帮忙搭个台子。
Okay, what if you had the devs and Liino? Or would that be cringe? To have a VTuber along with 2 flesh tubers? Would that be cringe?
怎么办？简直是史无前例的大困境。
I always thought Yvonne felt very VTuber coded as well. No, but she totally is. Especially like, you know, she has all the monitors and stuff going on. It's like she's multitasking and streaming, almost. And she has her little balls as well. I forgot their names.
要是有个什么东西能帮林诺的好搭档充个能，加个速。
I literally after the story thought she was made for singing on Dijon, like fantasy started with the singing. It was, oh my god, dude! How many PSO players out there? I only played PSO 2 for the short amount of time it was alive on NA before they announced New Genesis, but I remember my friends and I, we would always go to the concerts to get the bumps, and there would always be some people posting some extremely suspicious symbol arts in those concerts. But it was pretty cool though. The concerts, not the symbol arts. It's a little cringe, like anti-Elons are a bit derp. I haven't seen the recent NTE live streams. I only saw the initial ones that had the devs, but they were a little cheesy. Dude, I feel like all these gacha games, the dev live streams, I feel like they're all cheesy to some extent. I hate this, by the way. I hate this, by the way. Oh, I have a wonderful idea. Oh, but you need to tell me in person. You know who always does this? Boomers in the office. When I worked in software dev, I had a boomer-ass manager. And there half the things, he would be like, nope, we have to make a meeting and talk about this in person. It's like, bitch, just tell me in Slack. Like, why do we have to grab a meeting room and everything in person? You know, it's... ugh. Played PSO2 offline on PSP a month ago. I've seen... Wait, actually, hang on. Now that I think of it, that might have been PSO1 that I saw. It had like an offline version. This could have been an email. Or how about the emails that say, oh, I need to call. No, wait, it's not just the boomers. Wait, no, it's not just the boomers. Half the people... Hang on. I've sometimes there's someone who's asking for help on a problem. And you're like, okay, you just need to do this. And they're like, oh, can we call? Can we hop on call real fast and screen share? And it's like, no, you just do this. It's that easy. What do you mean hop on call?
你好呀，你就是管理员那个特别厉害的朋友吗？
这位是，等等。 怎么这么像
Oh, flustered Andre.
哦，对，就是这个名字。不对，你不是要去办什么慰问演出吗？怎么跟管理员跑这儿来了？
总之就是，善良的管理员决定帮我完成一个心愿。
On Reddit, it's can I DM you? Dude, I forget Reddit even has DM sometimes. It's usually a bit easier to screen share a problem. Yes, but there's some things that are like super simple, you know, like super simple. And there's been some times where it's like, it's just one thing. And I explained to you how to do that one thing. So, why do we need to hop on call?
助推器还要飞得更高，听着挺有意思的。具体的要求呢？
Wait, YouTube has DMs as well? Eh? Since when?
跟我想的差不多。我那个低空飞行助推器的原型搁了大半年，这下总算能派上用场了。对，但想达到你们要的那个高度，助推器必定会给使用者带来一定负荷。要不要考虑降低一点功率？啊，
不可以。那样就没有意义了嘛。为了完成最让人难忘的闪亮演出，偶尔冒一点点风险也是很值得的。
Hello, Malapin, welcome.
好，有魄力。既然你都这么说了，那
Actually, you know who Liino reminds me of? Mint from NTE. Right? You know how Mint is like super animated compared to like a lot of other characters, especially near the start of NTE's story. I think that's Liino. She's absorbing all the animation budget. Every expression and every little thing, she has a little flair for it. YouTube used to have DMs years ago. Apparently, it got rid of them, but they're coming back. Wonderful. Apparently, they're also changing how views work. Apparently, views, it doesn't count a view until someone watches a certain amount of time, and nobody asked, but they're changing it so it counts a view the second somebody clicks into it. Liino is like a slightly more devious version of Mint. Are you sure it's not the other way around? I feel like Mint is the more chaotic one. Yeah, Mint is more airheaded. Okay.
管理员，怎么样？你是不是也被这么有勇气的黎诺打动了？
Endfield just posted Typhon. Wait, is it Typhon or Typhoon?
是该马上夸我好厉害，然后崇拜的看过来才对吗？
Liino knows what she is doing. No, she definitely does.
是吗？那
But we're the gullible Endman who is also kind of a simp, you know. Hang on, guys, wait. When is... Hang on, hold on. This is important. When is the next patch? Did they announce... Did they announce when the patch is?
等我调试完，就找人把它运到你们说的那个什么起飞点。
In OG Arknights, she calls herself Typhon in English. The 2nd. What day is today? So in 2 weeks. Okay. Oh, that's such a good timing, though. That's such a good timing, dude. Karen in Stella Sora is coming out tomorrow. I will have 1 week to work on content for her. And then one week before Typhon drops, they should be able to get me early access. And I can prepare a guide for her when she drops. Okay. I will finally be on time for Endfield content. Finally. I will actually have video for you guys as soon as the patch drops. Assuming they actually let me in. Okay, assuming that nothing goes wrong. Okay. But they did say they can get me early access. So, yeah. Now, I still will have to swipe for the character because I have... My RNG in this game has been non-existent. I spent $70 to get Liino, so... Oof.
太感谢你了，不愧是管理员的朋友，太可靠了。
Like... Wow, spam emotes at us more, Liino, right?
工作不
She is so animated. Wait, hang on. Wait, what element is type on again? Wait, hang on. If they posted about it, wait, let me pull up their Twitter. I have to see. Endfield. The TI in her name is spelled TI and not TY. So is it pronounced Ting or Tai? Oh, they only have the version name. So we don't know anything about what element or role she is. I see. And I don't remember anything from her except the fact she has big thighs. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. And everyone was complaining about how between OG Arknights and new and Endfield, people say they nerfed her chest. Did they actually though? Because she's still pretty thick. Probably physical or ice. Please no physical. Okay, no physical. Physical stinky. That's like, you originally showed up because you like Endfield, but now you don't even play Endfield, but still drop by and hang out. I appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. She is younger in Endfield, but they increased her thighs. Yeah, dude! Her thighs are huge, okay. So she doesn't look nerfed at all to me. It's just balance, you know, game balance. Wait, hang on. Wait a second. We don't have balls in this game, huh? You know what it's going to be a case of? It's going to be like an arts unit that turns into a bow or something. You know how, like, guys, don't you think it's weird how, like, Mifu has a great sword that turns into fists when she does her skills and ults? You only see the sword on her basic attacks. I hope it'll be a new type weapon. I don't know if we want new weapon types though. Cause I think at least there's usually been some other options for weapons. And that's been nice, you know. Although, I mean, most of the time a Sig is a Sig, and you know, it's typically like the fact that we essentially have 2 Sigs per characters, you know. We have the actual signature weapon and the battle pass weapon. Both are pretty much exclusively designed to be used with one character. But sometimes they find use in other places. Sing Chen with Rosu Sig. if she shoots spears with her bow, that would be interesting. We definitely have the least amount of spear users.
专门强调我状态很好，让粉丝们保持期待，还追加了售票渠道。啊？什么？甚至
Whoa, what was that camera angle?
我根本没签过好吗？他们就不怕被粉丝们发现，直接投诉吗？简直
！Like, I'm trying to read the story and pay attention to it, but part of how Liino is ultra giga animated makes it kind of cheesy, you know? Does that make sense? Does that make sense, guys? Or am I just being picky for no reason?
居然还不仔细，真以为本小姐那么好拿捏吗？哼，这次就让你们知道我的厉害。
She's meant to be lively. Yeah, I appreciate the animation.
总之，李诺不想再当他们手中的提线木偶了。那当然是继续努力为个人演出做准备。等到我把演出的
You know what's a good way to explain it?
上当了。
She is acting like a VTuber in person. Does that make sense? She's acting like a VTuber, but in person.
跟我一起去看看。
Because, you know, VTubers typically, like, if we want our models to look a certain way, we have to kind of act up how we actually, how our expressions and whatnot. So it would look extremely cringe if I moved, if I like moved and had what's the word I'm looking for? Well, if I just conducted myself like face to face with somebody IRL the same way I do as a VTuber, it would be pretty cringe. Okay, it would be pretty freaking cringe.
怎么回事？这里发生什么事了？
And I'm not even like one of the worst offenders. Some people they exaggerate a lot of their expressions a lot more.
是支援到了吗？先别管我们，小心那些天使。
天使。
One of my best friends IRL is a VTuber. She acts like a VTuber person just because she's just herself as a VTuber. I mean, I'd like to consider myself just myself, you know, but it's like just when you do need to exaggerate your expressions to help, you know, the tracking capture it better, you know, or whatever.
我明明不擅长这种事了。
Do you think her being so VTuber made me like the quest more? Yeah, I'm not saying I dislike it. I just think it's a little, you know, it is a little cheesy. Not that cheesiness is bad, okay? But I love me some American plastic cheese, okay? But yeah. Liino doesn't actually fight. She just emits immaculate aura. Okay, look at this immaculate aura. Crush. 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 did she always have these like little emoji flying in her in her skill animation, or am I just missing that?
闹剧该结束了。
English stuff has recently been sounding better in Enfield or just in general? Because I do feel like English dubs in general have gotten better over the past like decade even. The emojis only show up if you left click while controlling her. Oh, I see. No wonder I never seen them.
总算结束了，怎么样，管理？
I mean that as my friend has really exaggerated movements in person. She's a very animated person. It's very adorable. It's adorable. She's super extra. Oh, you know, somebody who owns their cringe
这种意外情况
is
也可以轻松。
that's something to be respected, you know? Like, if you're going to be extra, own it with confidence, and then it's cute. Embrace the cringe. I personally can't stand English dubs for anime and games, modern or not. Endfield is a huge exception. The first anime game I played with English dub. I played it with English on in some of the early betas and whatnot, and I do think it was pretty decent. I didn't have any problems with it. She doesn't own her cringe, she doesn't realize it's cringe. Now, you know, that works all the same though, you know. No inhibition. Because if you have the self-consciousness that something's cringe, you know, it will make you dial back a bit, you know.
是啊，毕竟他们给的待遇很不错。没想到最后……
等等，你们晚点再做决定，或者……
唉，我们都晚别人很久了。
Social pressure can get diabolical. Yes, sir.
我一样会为你加油。
我。
Social anxiety, dealing with people, worrying about how people think of you or whatever.
什么？
Too scary. I prefer when I go outside to be invisible. I go outside, get what I wanted to get, back inside, never interact. The friend I'm talking about watches YouTube, by the way. She watches your Stella Guys. Oh, really? Tell her I said hi.
这是
Excited for Karen tomorrow. I've been really hoping she becomes playable, so tomorrow will be a fun day. Extroverts are cool. They are cool, but I can never.
放心吧，黎诺小姐，我们肯定会去的。
I need my time molding by myself.
等下还去矿区营地看看吗？算了吧，现在那儿全是去买周边的。
For me, it's why JP anime voices are fine, but English ones are not. JP embraces the cringe and it becomes natural. English tries to copy it without embracing, so it's unnatural and cringe. No, I get that 100%. Like, I think especially if you think about like again, early dubbing, right? I do think dubbing has improved a lot. Like English dubs have improved a lot. But I think before, I mean in general, a lot of English dubs for anime stuff, it's just like too forced, if that makes sense, you know.
管理员突然说那种话。
They try to sound anime and it kinda is a little comes off as a little cringe.
那当然，随机应变可是完美偶像的必修课。李诺当然要做的比一般人更好。差点忘了正事。没半点问题，这就是我心中的最佳降落点。真好，这下肯定能赶上了。我知道他们说的那个转岗协议，里面其实有一些隐形。
English has good voice acting though, like for stuff like Disney, but for anime stuff it's kind of bad. I mean, I can see that, but I mean, again, it has been getting better. Okay, I think anime dubs dude, I've seen like in the English dub for like Madoka, like it's unwatchably bad. It was unwatchably bad, even though the voice actresses were very talented, mind you, and I had played some other I played some games that had the same voice actress as those in the Madoka English dub, and they sounded great in those games. But it just was super cringe to hear in the anime for some reason.
都是很久以前的事了。总之，即便最后他们还是打算离开，我也想带来一场无比闪耀的演出，为大家送上一段足够美好的回忆。不过，要是能让他们改变主意就好了，或者干脆让集团亏到搁置那个转岗计划。
I think it has more to do with voice direction. Yeah, that makes
当然
sense.
是进行个人演唱会的大宣传。我刚刚在个人网站上发了预告，怎么被限制传播了？让我想想，最好能让更多人同时听到黎诺的声音。管理员，我想到了，这附近有没有什么广播站之类的地方？
That's interesting. I've only seen Madoka with English dub. Oh no. Seriously? I cannot, man. I cannot with it. It also just might be I got used to watching the JP one and I rewatched it a bunch of times and just got used to it, you know. So maybe that's the only reason I think the English one sounds weird. Maybe it does sound normal. Okay, no, let's be real. I'm pretty sure it's... I won't say universally, but very heavily not recommended in
刚好事务所在卖我的
Madoka
唱
at
片
least.
现场肯定有很多粉丝。按照
Oh,
集团一贯的
speaking of
做法
Madoka,
要是发现我了，
guys,
肯定会派那些保镖
let's
把我
spend
抓回来。
2 weeks for the 4th Madoka movie. I can't freaking wait. It's going to be so good.
但有管理员在，再来几十个保镖也抓不到我。
I can't wait to not know what the app is going on and have to rewatch it.
况且，最精彩的演出永远与挑战相伴，没人比我更清楚这点了。
I'm watching Madoka for the first time in my life this weekend. English stuff only. Don't do that. But do watch Madoka. Okay, do watch it. Movie 4 coming out August 28th. Finally the sequel to Rebellion, which was what? Like over okay, how long ago was it? Like, is this like 15 years ago? Dude, that's so long. No, not 15 years, more like a decade. Over a decade. Yeah. It's so finally we're getting a continuation. Is Madoka not done yet? I mean, so Madoka the anime was 2012, I wanna say, right? The anime was kind of self-contained, you know. But then they had a movie sequel to add to it a bit, and that was like the year after, and that was also like, you know, it had its conclusion and left the rest floating in the air. And we're finally getting even more after this one. Now, I think maybe a little bit biased, okay, but I think the universe in the Madoka franchise is extremely cool, and I am like a super fan for it. Okay, I only started playing gacha games because there was a Madoka gacha game and they had additional lore. In fact, they even made an anime based on the side story, Magic Record. Yeah. So I cannot wait for more Madoka, okay? But like, I mean, I really tried to avoid gacha before then. Cause like, before I got into Magic Record, the only gachas around were like the OGs, like FGO. Your motto speaks at all. My motto isn't even that Madoka-esque, is it? I mean, okay, maybe a little.
看到了黎诺小姐。黎诺小姐，要是遇到了她，我们当然是带她去见温斯坦先生。之前紧急特训，我不是强调过吗？抱歉，我还以为要优先确保黎诺小姐的安全。
I started playing gacha games because the girl I was dating at that time told me Genshin Impact was really good. I lost respect for her after playing that game for 4 days. I mean, I get that's sarcastic, but I mean, okay, who wasn't baited by Genshin Impact? I was baited by Genshin Impact. My friends were baited. We all thought it would be more of a game than it actually ever turned out to be, you know? Turns out, all the challenge you ran into in the first month of Genshin was all it was ever gonna be. Genshin was the greatest evil, yeah. It baited us, and it baited companies. And ta-da! Welcome to the modern gacha landscape. Who's your favorite in Madoka, or does the pink give it away? Okay, maybe the pink gives it away a little bit. Just a little.
她的安全是很重要，但更重要的是这场演唱会。温斯坦先生说了，不惜一切代价， 绝对要在最后时限前把。
She is totally making herself not hidden at all.
明白。
Oh yeah, Iroha, definitely
不
Iroha.
少人，但这人也太多了吧？
Oh my god, this is double the crowd that was there at the start. That's 8 whole people, 9 people. That's a huge crowd. It was a necessary evil in some ways, for better or for worse. Yeah, if not Genshin, it would have been something else probably. And yeah,
黎诺可不是
that's
会
just how the industry works.
这么多人，正好能增强宣传效果。对了，管理员，你说的广播站，好，那我们走吧。一定要在他们发现我之前
Oh,
完
hang
成
on.
宣传计划。
Fun fact. You know how Liino has all these little bonus animations? Like, she just had like a nervous sweat drop little animation and like all stuff like that. And when she like winks, it makes like a star or whatever, you know. And little sound effects. I actually wanted to programmatically implement a lot of extra features like that for myself. I was working on some tech to do that. But I never followed through and finished making it because I realized it would be a little cheesy if I actually had that much extra animation or whatever. But I did seriously consider wanting to have all that bonus little flair. The bait and switch with the same color characters and magic record you find a bit
管
funny.
理员，看到那边的保镖了吗？
Initially when I was playing magic record, I'm just like, oh my god, it's just the same vibe from Madoka but different. Oh my god, it's so lame, but I warmed up to it.
待会儿你只要帮黎诺引走他们，或是找一条避开他们的路线。
All the manga and anime effects really need to be perfectly timed. Not easy to land while doing it live, yeah. Cause oh, that's the other thing. The way I was implementing it, like, so okay, it might sound a bit convoluted, but I had a system where it would track all these parameters and certain combinations of parameters that change in a certain way, close enough to some definitions that I would create for them, would trigger something. So as an example, I had one that's like, if I tilt my head and wink at the same time, then it would make a little star bounce out from the side, you know, and play a little sound. But it was a very specific interaction. But the thing is, it was so hard to get it to actually proc when I wanted it to proc without having it have any false positives and proc randomly when I don't want it to proc, you know? Which is kind of the big problem with something like that.
之后在安全位置指挥黎诺过去就好了，怎么样？很简单吧？
Yeah, it has to be a really unique, out of the way motion that you wouldn't ever do.
站住！你
Better to have it as knobs than triggers. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. I always
什么实质？
felt it was a little weirder to have to press buttons to trigger expressions. Like, my ideal was have something technologically advanced enough that it can dynamically trigger when it's supposed to trigger. Because, you know, let's say you get jump scared or you have a aha moment. The first thing you think of isn't going to be, oh my god, that surprised me. I need to reach for my hotkey to turn on my funny surprise expression animation thing, you know. So that was the whole idea behind that whole thing. That, like, for example, you could check if your mouth all of a sudden goes open pog mode, you know, and your eyes suddenly widen in the span of 0.1 seconds, then play a funny sound effect or something, you know. And add some funny expression. But it's hard to make something like that work really well. Now like, with enough time, dev time, I'm sure I could make it work for some things, but again, I just still thought it would be a little cheesy, you know? VTubers crying and then turning on the crying toggle. Yeah, it doesn't feel as real, right? You know they reached out of their way to press the crying button. Distract the guards. Sure. What? Excuse me? Huh? What is this black screen no animation? Oh. I see. Is this hidden enough? I can't exactly interact with it. Oh, I can interact with it from behind. Not once you form muscle memory can become intuitive. I guess, but it's awkward. I did use a lot of expression hotkeys more often in like my first year of VTubing, but I just didn't like it that much. Cause it felt so weird that, well, especially my first year of VTubing, I had a crappy phone and a crappy mic, so and everything would pick up so badly anyway, you know. And it would feel weird how my model would go from being like a statue to having an expression just because I clicked the button, you know.
ABC 区注意。
AI is already so good at reading the general sentiment for feedback gathering. At some point, it would be accurate enough to dynamically change expressions naturally. Yeah, there is a lot of good facial expression recognition technology these days. It could definitely be leveraged to do some of the things that I've been talking about. Feels like you really need to do the rigging yourself and tweak it a lot.
加强警戒，
You know, I did try to learn. I did try to learn rigging, but it is a lot to learn. You know, for my 1.0 model, the one who rigged it was a friend of mine, and it was actually their first time rigging model, so the 2.0 model, this current model, went a lot better than the first model. So, like, even though I've, you know, the main reason I won't use the 1.0 model anymore is that also because the rigging on it is a lot more stiff. A lot more stiff than this one.
对呀，艾登说的没错。
Oh, flashbang!
那么多，利润也没涨多少，你必须负责。那些租的设备可都是你提的。
不过是个业绩还行的小偶像，还敢和我们谈条件？别太拿自己当回事了。
The nasty corporals, guys.
黎诺小姐，别在粉丝那边浪费时间了。接下来你还有10个通告、2个节目邀请、4个广告站台活动。
Do I still have the how do I even describe that in words? The less greater than underscore less than eyes on the 2.0 model? Actually it should, yeah, it should be there. On my 1.0 model, I made it so if I speak, if I like shout, then it would automatically change my eyes to that. I think it looked a little cheesy in hindsight, though.
Oh, 没有难过啦，只是觉得原来到哪里都一样。为了活得更好一点，大家的心总会被蒙上灰暗的色彩。我不喜欢这样，也不希望让这种事理所当然的继续下去。
Nothing wrong with a little cheese, right?
所以
As one of my friends says, don't kill the part of you that is cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes.
让他们展露最原本的样子。
That is easier said than done, though. Okay. Did you consider getting a desk slam toggle whenever you slam your desk? That would be a good idea. And you know, this model is several years old at this point. If I was to get a new model, or even get a potential re-rig for this one, it would be cool to have those additional options, you know?
没错，是非常特别的一个节目。能告诉姐姐那边有几个戴墨镜的大哥哥吗？
我数数，1、2、3、4，有4个。
Cause like getting models like re-rigged if over time is also a normal thing. Cause technology advances a lot, you know. So there's a lot more possibility.
可以告诉姐姐你的名字吗？
Couldn't you tie the desk slam toggle into like a sensor in the desk? Yeah, you would probably have to have something, you know, to track it.
他们要抓莉诺姐姐。
God, I'm no good with stuff like that though. But it definitely would be nice to learn, you know.
不行，我去引开他们，黎诺姐姐就能找机会逃跑了。
Yeah, rigging is like it's extremely difficult work. It is very complicated work.
不能辜负伊萨克的这份心意。走吧，管理员，别被他们发现了。
陪我玩儿，陪我玩儿了。
小家伙吵什么？要玩回家去玩，别烦我们。
好可怕！不行，伊萨克要保护黎诺姐姐。
黎诺姐姐，小朋友，你看到她了？
我不是。
Busted.
果然，卢克，你和吉姆去对面，我跟马奎斯去这孩子来的方向，优先完成包围。 无论怎样，都不准对目标来硬的。
They thought they got it. They thought they got her.
幸好他们没为难伊萨克。要是还有机会，真想当面夸夸他。小勇士。
Yeah, this model is definitely a bit more old school, but I really like this artist style. You know, here's a kind of funny story though. So it's normal to have your VTuber artist. It's normal to have their handle in your Twitter profile, right? You need to link, you know, the artist who drew your model. And apparently my VTuber mama, mama is the term for your artist. Apparently my mama has drawn some mildly suspicious art. Okay. There have been some people who saw that artist link in my profile and tried to use that to say that I support a certain type of extremely weird behavior on the internet or something. Yeah, that came out of absolutely nowhere, by the way. It was pretty funny though. Somebody wrote an accusations Google Dogging on me for that from the Klee server that I haven't even been active on in like 5 years. Okay, is the type of weirdness we're talking about, and that was their proof, so to say. Yeah, I don't know, man.
他在那里。
黎诺打算在4号谷地举办另外一场。
From the clean server of all places, that's what I'm saying.
这次黎诺会把世界上
It's so out of nowhere.
黎诺的人再次。到时候大家绝对要来看吗？
Upon further investigation, by the way, it turns out the person attempting to file the report was, in fact, the weird person themselves. Okay, a kind of projection much? and they had apparently already been banned in a lot of the other Genshin servers. Yeah, it was because I founded the Klee server with some others who were Klee fans. When she launched to do theory crafting and stuff.
邀请环节结束，稍后就好好关注林诺的个人网站吧。管理员，这次也一定要抓紧林诺的手呀。
Is it PDF related? And yeah, that was essentially the whole premise of the thing. That's your server? I handed away ownership of it when I stopped playing Genshin, so I'm still an admin in there though.
应该都甩掉了吧？这下就算是搞定了。再做点小准备，黎诺盛大的演唱会就能顺利开场了。嗯，管理员，你怎么一副这样的表情？还有呢？不愧是管理员，我还是第一次体会到瞒不过去的感觉。
She never knew us all along.
听集团的那些人还操纵不了我。
She was gaslighting us because we're amnesiac. We don't know anyways, you know.
类似的事有过好多次了，他们总要我配合。
Accused of being an Adobe supporter? Crazy.
可我根本不想配合那种骗局。当然，要是有人是被我打动，才想去我常开演唱会的
It was so out of nowhere, man. It was hilarious though. And okay, hang on, this is gonna sound crazy. I'm sorry. I'll explain it after this cutscene, okay?
顺便举办一场我想要的个人演出，大干一场，方便之后独立出去。
When Liino realized she had amnesia, it was free real estate. Yeah, it really was. She was like, oh wait, so you don't know anything, so whatever I said, you just might take my word for it, right?
其实很早以前，我就想给集团那些大人物一点教训了，只是缺乏合适的机会。
She's using Edmund's clouds. It's all part of her master plan. And now she can use it to have her own successful debut.
即使他们又想用那些肮脏的手段，也很难得逞吧。所以，我之前搜索了几乎所有和你有关的资料，还托赛什卡的朋友帮忙调查，了解了好多关于你的事。就是想，万一有机会来找你，不管用什么办法，我都要引起你的注意。但……你和我想象中的那个管理员好像不太一样，从第一次见面开始就是。明明传闻里那么特殊。
She's calling us a normie. She says we're lame and normal.
还能好好听每个人说。
Okay, I guess being normal is not so lame though.
就算发现我说了谎，在被我这样那样的请求后，竟然还是愿意帮助我。根本就是个怪人，说不定就因为你是这样一个怪人，我才会那么放不开。不然，像黎诺这么完美又可爱的偶像，怎么可能会这么简单的被人看穿？
但对于集团所做的那些坏事，你并没说谎。
Whoa, and then voice all of a sudden.
况且，我本来也只是想看看你究竟打算做什么。
Oh, getting kind of close over there.
你肯定有偷偷笑话我。
看到你其实也在关心那些和你素不相识的人，不管是格雷斯、伊萨克，还是公坛那些打算离开的工人们，就还是决定继续帮助你了。受人憧憬与期待的时候，总是忍不住想要回应他们，为他们做点什么。我很理解这种感受。
If female Endman gets closer to Liino than the male Endman, I mean that makes sense at least, cause if they made the male Endman get that close, then it can be seen as like, you know,
作为补偿，
too much.
之后一定要认真看黎诺这次的演出。
Have you noticed anything off about Liino's modern animations? I haven't really been paying too much attention to like these super fine details. All I know is that she is very animated, you know, and very over the top. I don't know if there's like some little extra detail I was supposed to be paying attention to, you know. I don't know if her ribbon grows longer every time she lies or something, you know. I haven't been paying that much attention.
管理员，紧急情况！我刚把助推器运到你。
他们该不会是盯上助推？
Female Endman also gets to stroke Arcane's hair in the story cutscene, and male Endman just sits there. I mean, that also makes sense of it, you know. Cause they can't stay. It would be a bit weird for male Endman to be too involved in scenes like that. Wow, look at these landbreakers, these items to be, you know, they just want to perform too. Okay, let them perform too. This one, he also wants to perform. I can't believe Liino was the best vulnerability stacker in the universe, guys. One day we're actually going to get a physical Liino that actually puts on bone stacks for doing nothing but standing still. So female Endman is a thirsty weirdo, got it. It's smart that she can get away with it. What do you think she... How do you think... imagine her expression behind the mask, okay? You can never actually see it. And while it doesn't look like she can see anything, you better believe she's, you know.
比现在这样累几倍的情况我都遇到过。
She has the smuggest expression behind it.
还好有管。是吗？那还是管理员更……对了，我们要不要还是继续守在这里？那我顺便为演出做一下最后的准备。
菲奥娜，帮我向布莱迪矿业集团发一封，记得附上我发给你的那些调查资。
这个机械装置操作起来也没那么难嘛，轻松搞定。怎么就知道夸别人，也夸夸林诺嘛？管理员真是的，就知道。
Reminds me of my friend. She's like, I can get away, like, I can act like a dirty old man and get away with it because I'm a cute girl. True. Cute girls can get away with anything. Oh, concert time!
Standing where truth is shining unafraid, hearing my name among all the voices again. And this is the moment where it all begins. Is it truth or all a lie? Can you see through my disguise? Will you stay in spotlights wither and fade? Or will you slip away into the shade?
怎么样？提前近距离感受的心情如何？这可是只有管理员才有的特权。
She's looking really close.
正式演出可远不
To do that mask.
到时候管理员的
She's really pretty, yeah, she
从我
is.
身上移开。
Very cute. But that's just the preview. Okay, that's the sneak peek. Okay, now we're gonna have the whole thing. The grand live. The 18 songs grand live performance. 60% friendship training, 30 special priority, plus 5 skill point gain, plus 3 speed training, plus 3 power training. Oh, cutscene time!
迎着被阵风洗净的阳光，倾听着鬓角掠过的风飞翔去。
Oh, no more English.
内心自在的前往，装载着千里加速的热量，勇气的引擎已经轰鸣着准备。OK， 无法压抑的澎湃心跳，未知的路，就算再远也充满向往。我和你一起奔赴抵达。 藏在我心里的话，多想唱给你听啊！将那些未尽祈愿谱写成这一刻的回答，一刻也不愿停下，奔赴你眼里的愿望。在这片浩瀚星空之上，我会为你绽放最璀璨耀眼的光。
Crazy production. How did she get those 3D holograms? In her first solo live. Oh, it's in all 4 languages? Oh, that's cool. Okay, wow, so good. No wonder I spent $70 on her, okay? Worth? Very worth. Oh, that was pretty cool.
管理员，布莱迪。
Oh, yeah, she's got a crazy factory,
对方表示很荣幸能得到这份宝贵的。
Bloods Endfield Industries.
会好好整顿旗下环塔娱乐事务所。
The Andre Tech coming in clutch.
放心。原来管理员发的那些都是事务所违规的证据吗？
Yep, all $70 of those aura geometries I spent.
没想到那个什么偶像的演唱会那么厉害，这种表演我还是头一次见。
那可是黎诺，卡维尔最受欢迎的新锐。
And now they've all been converted into sims. Speaking of sims, apparently Halloween Digitown is tomorrow as well. Rip my carriage. Rip the carriage, dude.
管理员，又见面了。你也看了昨天的特别演出吧？是不是很精彩？那首新歌太好听了。说到这个，好想和黎诺小姐说声谢谢。昨晚的演出结束后，有人匿名给4号谷地捐赠了一大笔的建设费用。这位好心人肯定是被黎诺小姐的演出打动了，对4号谷地有了感情，才这么慷慨吧。有了这笔费用，物资与设备的情况都能得到不少改善。这下工友们也能生活得更好，留下来安心工作。
I wonder who that could have been.
管理员，要是以后你有机会见到黎诺小姐，黎诺之前留了纸条，说是会在这附近等我，四处找找吧。
黎诺小姐，你真的要和事务所解约了吗？
She's graduating.
我当然尊重你的选择。
07.
我真的好难过。
Does she have enough to keep? Does she have enough to pay to keep her model, or does she have to rebrand with a new model?
好啦，可迪利亚，我的王牌调音师，别哭了，以后还能见面的。我只是解约了，又不是不回拉范多玛了。
可是，就是很难过嘛。明明我都替你做过担保了，但老板他们死活不松口。本来我连巫术时刻的那个代言都帮你谈好了，不出意外，下个月就能签约了呀。结果，
没关系，我可是黎诺，你就放心吧，科迪利亚。这
知道了。总之，我一定会继续支持你的，黎诺小姐。
该干正事了。
That's a lot of donation. She's poor.
最后怎么会是赤字？居然亏了这么多吗？
Yep. You apparently donated more than you had. Oh no, it's a disaster. Looks like my account thing.
原来是管理员，是来找黎诺的吗？
I spent $70 acquiring Liino, and the Twitch sponsorship for Endfield pays me back 60. So I'm still in the red. It's more accurate to the game.
这也是理所当然的，毕竟筹备了那么久，我都全力以赴了。那就不用了。
That's like your friend is summoning you to hold uppers right now. Have a good rest of your night. You too. Thanks for hanging out.
当然没有。说起来，虽然事务所那边提出了冷处理的主张，但我之前计划的巡演估计会受到不少影响。不过集团那些人居然没借机追加额外的违约金，亏我做了好几手的准备。难道是温斯坦那家伙终于良心发现了？
You can probably write that off as a business expense. Yeah, 100%. Every gacha's expense, every game, and gacha expense, I list as a business expense. Even like all art commissions, everything, it's all business expenses.
这个，出了 一点小意外。要是连管理员都不帮我，给我一点庇护，我说不定要流落荒野了。
I guess we have no other choice but to let you live in Dijon.
这个，那当然是让管理员给我撑腰。不过，为了名正言顺一点，我觉得我还是该配合一下，加入周末地才行。怎么样，管理员？这个主意是不是很不错？
Yeah, Endfield does need an idol brand. 100%. It's too gloomy and boring otherwise, and nerdy.
这反应也太平淡了吧，和预期的也差得太远了。不该更惊讶一点，激动一点吗？等着吧，迟早有一天，我会让你彻底折服在完美偶像的光芒下的，以痴心魔的名义发誓。哦，没有。
She's got that look in her eyes.
那现在是不是该带我去看看地江号了？我对那里也很好奇。
She should give concert performances in Dijon for us from now on. She should set up her own corner. She's 1000% a spy. Yeah, she's up to something. Okay, definitely up to something.
总之，今后也请多指教了呀，管理员。
Waiting for a Dijon dorm update someday. They shouldn't be afraid to let these characters have more personalization. Give them their own space. Dijon will just have to grow with time, you know. I would fall for her antics for zero worth. Yeah, me too, 100%. That's why I instantly swiped for her. Okay, so when is she starting an idol band with Perlica and the gaming? Okay. We need to see Perlica, you know... idol Perlica. That's something we need in this game. Does she even go to Dijon if you don't put her there? Or what? I haven't even added her to Dijon yet. Can you even find her in here? I mean, you should be able to find her in here, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Do they have to be on a station for you to find them wandering around? Anyone you have can be on Dijon. Okay, we have to find her. She probably just walks around and like any other NPC, right? Oh my god, Perlica, the hit new character in Fortnite. Imagine walking up to someone resting and saying, "How about going to work?" That's so messed up! Bossing people around like that. So the story, it's just okay to me. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's pretty cute, you know. And I can appreciate a cute story. What the heck is going here? I don't know, and I frankly do not care. Just plant something. Well, I should add her to the control nexus to get to gain trust.
能在这里多放2个音响吗？一个也行，让我试试扩声效果就好。
Oh, Ember too, because Ember is new. I have every operator in this game, not. I mean, okay. Liino was the most I had to spend in this game. $70, but before that I didn't have to really swipe. Okay, where is she? She should be making her way up here. If she didn't get beamed in here already. Okay. Camille just got fired. Chen just got fired. Okay. Arknights, she remains employed. Where are my newcomers? Rosie cute as always. Estella has a gift, but she's already given me enough PTSD, so I don't want it. Oh, here she is. Ember, if not for you, I would have spent $30 less. Think about that. Think about that, Ember. Your 50-50 loss cost Endfield Industries another 30 clams. You have to live with that.
管理员是来看我的进场排练吗？这次我专门设计了2个特别难的滑翔动作，总算是练好了。嘿嘿，别担心，我。
She has 0% trust for us. Lower accurate. But it's okay, we'll give her a ton of surfing festival tickets. Oh yeah, she wants all of them. 30 of them, in fact.
虽然收到过各式各样的礼物，但从你那里得到的，总感觉更特别一点。
Right, the will will give you more amp. Well, she just looks like another generic Dijon NPC. Doesn't get her own little stage and...
不知道多危险吗？事故原因已经记录了，没人受伤就好。
Why following Ember? Cause I lost 50-50 and had to go to full spark. I went poor, okay. Before I forget, we need to spend these credits. And get nothing. Okay. Overall, the story was... It was fluffy. Some of you guys made me a little scared for it, telling me that, oh, if you're tired, you shouldn't do the story or whatever, but it's like, I'm not expecting a super, you know, extreme story. I just expect fluff, cause it's a character story, and these more than often are just, they get you to know the character, maybe have a little bit of fan service, or a lot, to get you invested into them. That's typically how it goes, you know. So I always go into them with a grain of salt and appreciate whatever it is. So yeah. It was pretty cool. I liked the concert cutscene. I know filler episode. That's all it is, and all it needed to be, really. So I don't mind that at all. You haven't done Camille's quest? Nope. I haven't done a lot of character quests because I always get busy with stuff. But yeah, she is very VTuber. Liino. Very cute. So that is where we'll wrap up for today. Tomorrow we have Karen release in Stella Sora, so we will be pulling in, doing the math, and all the usual tomorrow for that. No, not Lin, no. Ling, no. But it's kind of crazy how they have like the same name, right? So yeah, for those interested in Stella Sora, we will be doing the numbers for that tomorrow. Probably again in the later evening because I will want to set up the spreadsheet ahead of stream, so we can have an idea of what we're actually going to be testing when I'm live. And so you don't have to watch me do data entry for like 2 hours. Cause there's nothing fun in that. And then I will be working on a guide as usual for the new character, and in the following week we will hopefully have early access to Typhon, and I'll be able to work on a guide for her ahead of her release. So look forward to it. In the meantime, join the Discord if you haven't already. Yeah, they're actually giving me early access this time. So, very nice. As long as they don't forget. So I will be able to... I should be able to get that guide out on time, because those Endfield guides are a lot of work. It's like a week of non-stop work. Okay, so hopefully we get that. So, that's it for today, and let's look for somewhere to raid onto on Twitch. Let's see. Do you ever stream your number crunching? Typically yes. It depends on what phase of the testing I'm at, cause a lot of the number crunching process is very, with lack of better words, boring. Okay. A lot of it is just staring at numbers and punching in numbers and testing different things and whatever. If they're like often like when I did like Ton guide on release, Ton testing, I did do all that theory crafting live, and for Stella Sora I do initial testing live, but I don't want to bore everyone with the super technical parts of the work, because there's a good amount of the time when, you know, I'm just recording some footage, scrolling through it frame by frame, counting numbers, looking at the numbers, counting the number of hits, counting frames, you know, doing some trial and error testing, you know, oh, does this buff actually affect this thing, you know, testing that, retesting that, is this additive or multiplicative, testing numbers, blah blah blah, you know. It can be not the most interesting sometimes. Okay, let's read on to not many people streaming Endfield right now, huh? I guess we're kind of in the dead time of the patch. Okay, let's just read. Okay, I found someone. Invalid username. Hold up. Oh wait, hang on, hold up, wait, actually let me see if there's anyone playing Fortnite as Perlica. Comcast, no, you cannot. Literally, I'm literally wrapping up right now. Okay, we're out of here. We're out of here. Okay. Here's a rain message to Copy Pasta, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Karen number crunching. Okay. So until then, bye bye. Good night.